On top, we're 2-0. Go O'Connell.
I joined the robotics team because I wanted to learn how to build robots and get a challenge.
I love to build stuff, like to create things.
Anybody who wants to can do engineering and get involved and get hands-on experience and have fun.
And he said there were other things to it, like video taping, what was going on, photography, and other multimedia things, and that's what got me interested.
I felt like you could really make something out of nothing, and mostly because it'll be fun and I can explore new things.
And like everybody who comes to the job of this competition are just really good people.
We're not even in the finals yet. Cut it with a knife down here.
It's more family-like. We're all friends, and you know, we can come here and hang out and just have fun, laugh, talk, all these things.
We support each other, that's for sure. And we also we're all friends, so and Mr. McDonald and Miss Hendricks, they're mostly like, I'd say like they're the parents of the family, because they really take good care of us, and when we go to robotics competitions, they really tell us what's right, what's wrong, and help us on what we need.
It's really tough to come up with the money to actually allow us to go to the regionals, or to actually be able to be qualified to get the money to actually be able to compete and get the parts.
You know, John O'Connell is a school that's based on the need for additional funding to provide experience for students, such as our career pathways, our technology programs, and the robotics program, in addition to sports programs. And it's been a challenge over the last particularly 5 to 6 years with the funding budget cuts from the state that subsequently fall down to the district, and then ultimately the schools get impacted. And it's had an incredible impact in a negative way on the opportunities we've been able to provide for students. The students have been just incredible in terms of the amount of time they have been willing to invest along with the adults on their own time, both at lunch, after school, on Saturdays, during spring break. That the commitment has amazed me, and because of that commitment and passion, they've been able to achieve great things.
Building the robot comes to us naturally, but raising that money is the hardest part. You have to raise $6,000 to get into a competition, and that's just entry fee. Now you have to include airfare, food, hotels.
There is a lot of paperwork involved. You have to do a board resolution to get permission to take kids out of the state.
You had to get like 20 people to Vegas.
I mean, taking 20 people anywhere is a big organizational project. Doesn't seem like part of, you know, the team or the competition, but really is the the big job that I did.
Now are the hotness.
But, so first of all, who can explain what the game is?
Our robot has to pick up this 8.5 pound Tetra and place it on a 5-foot goal or a 7-foot goal. There's only one 7-foot goal. It's pretty much like a tic-tac-toe game. 3, 3, 3, 3, and 1 in the middle. So then, the rows count as 10 points. One individual Tetra on top of the goal is 3 points. A Tetra underneath the goal is a point.
Okay, and let's say the blue team comes and puts one on top. Okay, so the red thing is still underneath it, but the blue team now has control of this goal, and they no longer have tic-tac-toe.
Tetra on top, that stacked on top, owns the goal.
US First is like a company that gave us the chance to make this dream of robotics work for high school kids. It tells us what's the strategy of the game for each year. They tell us what parts we can use and if we could take spares to the competitions.
We had to look at a fire truck. It helped us a lot. They showed us, they brought it out of the fire station and showed us how everything worked and how high it can go and what supported the truck from not tipping over. So, it helped us a lot.
We looked at it to understand how their arm worked, or their ladder worked, and we used that technology and tried to decide how effectively we could use it in order to implement it on our robot.
I pretty much learned how to build the arm with a robot.
I'm the captain, so I've had to, approve of things and make sure that the team's safe and make sure everything gets done.
We learned a lot about gears and ratios and how to make our robot a lot stronger, so that translated into us having a very powerful and efficient drivetrain this year.
Most exciting time was the part where we had spent 4 to 5 weeks cutting out all these pieces and measuring everything out and putting stuff together. And then by the 5th week, when we put everything on the robot, it took maybe 2 hours to put everything on. And we took a look at it and it was like, wow, we have a robot.